The moment that everything was done, the deal closed, and I'm imagining probably through a wire, suddenly there's all these zeros in a bank account. Like, take me to literally that moment. What did it feel like? How did you celebrate? What was the next 24 hours like for you?
Yeah. So let's see. So early 2019, we got approached by one of our clients, Mark Hargrove, David Martin, and their message to us was pretty much like, we like FreeeUp, we use FreeeUp, we want to get into the VA freelancer space. We don't start businesses, we buy businesses. They have a whole portfolio of companies, kind of like where Connor and I want to be. Would you guys be interested in being acquired? And up until that point, we had never really considered it, but we knew like the business had value and we'd grown it to a good level and it was super profitable and all of that. And we were kind of good either way. We like growing FreeeUp, and if it sold, great. If we kept running it, great too. And we kind of heard them out and we gave them information. They asked a lot of questions about the financials, and they ended up making us an offer that was really good. It was life-changing money. And our mentality at the time was like, this is pre-COVID, remember? So the economy was at an all-time high. We had grown this business to doing $12 million a year. We had never grown a business bigger than that. And we knew drastic things would have had to change to get it to 25 or 30 million. And that kind of came with its own risk. Could we have figured it out? Maybe. Could we have hurt the business or become less profitable or something? Definitely a possibility. And we also kind of thought of our team. We had a great team in the Philippines of 30 people. We kind of set a mark. Hey, we want to take $500,000 from the sale and give it to our team and change their lives. And if we turn down this deal and we're not able to do that, and then we run the company to the ground, remember 99% of businesses fail, and they don't necessarily fail in year one. They could fail in year 5, 6, 7, 8 as well. So there was a lot more competition. Like when we started FreeeUp, there weren't that many agencies and other services as well. So we didn't necessarily see writing on the wall, but we're like, all right, like it's possible the next 3 years are a lot harder than the previous 3 years. So that was kind of our thinking, and ended up accepting the offer, and that was just the initial offer. So due diligence begins right after that, and that was the most stressful 6 months of my life by far. I mean, they're firing over questions to us every day. The best advice I ever received was to do due diligence on the buyers, just like they were doing it on us. So we want to know everything about them, their success, their failures, their plans for FreeeUp, how they treat their team. Like we didn't want to sell it to someone who's going to hurt our reputation, hurt our clients, hurt our team, not pay us, end up in a lawsuit down the line. Like we don't want any of that. We want to sell it to good people, and we would rather sell it to good people and make a little less money than sell it to some a-hole who we're just going to spend the next few years arguing with. So that was important to us. And I mean, the real slow part was just the lawyers. Like for us, it's the biggest moment of our life. For the lawyers, it's just another Tuesday. They're doing these deals every single day, and they go on vacation. Like they take a while to get back, and it wasn't necessarily anyone's fault. Like they're trying to protect themselves. We're trying to protect ourselves. The lawyers have a job to do. And that took 6 months. And when we finally agreed to everything, and a lot of phone calls later, Connor was in Denver. I was in Florida at the time. They were located in Florida, in Tampa. I was in Orlando. So Connor flew out to Orlando. We actually drove down to their office. And I mean, we woke up every day saying like, this deal is falling through, stay focused on the company. That was the other good advice I got. So credit to us. Like, and that was hard because the deeper you get in, the more you're like, this is happening. And we stayed focused on growing FreeeUp. And the last month, right before the deal closed, was the best month we'd ever have at FreeeUp. So we actually did that, even though it was really tough. So Connor flew down. We drove down there. We got to meet them, meet their team, sign the actual paperwork, get the money wired to our account, like checking our phone. All right, we got it. And we went out and celebrated with them. And while the post celebration was good, there was kind of a period in between that where we had to tell the team, because part of the agreement we had with FreeeUp is they couldn't talk to our team. We didn't let our team know because we didn't know if it was going to happen or not. And so we had to tell our team, which was very emotional. We have VAs that we had worked with on our Amazon business, then at FreeeUp that we'd worked with for years. Chicky Ann, one of my favorite VAs at all times, that I'm still really good friends with. Like not working with her was definitely one of the hardest parts of FreeeUp. Like we thought we'd work with her for the rest of our lives. And I mean, hopefully we can work together in the future at some point, but we had to tell our teams, and that it kind of softened the blow because we got to tell them like the amount of money that they were going to get and all of that. But that was tough. And once we actually told everyone and the emotions kind of ran its toll, then we could celebrate. Then we drove back to Orlando. Connor and I bought dinner. My wife was like waiting for us to celebrate and all of that. And it was right before Thanksgiving. So we were able to go home and celebrate with our families as well. So that was kind of the whole experience.